Hi, my name's Valerie, and I chose to do the Individuals with Disabilities Education Act. Um, Even though I work with adults with disabilities, my age group is 22 and higher, so this is good for me to review for the children. Um, the act was created Um, in 1975, it was originally called the Education for All Handicapped Children. And before 1975, many of these kids were not uh, in school. Maybe only 1 in 5 about ended up having education. A lot were in institutions and not getting the services they needed. And also the expectations for them were also very low. So this act not only um, gave them a right for every child with a disability to receive free public education, but they would also have individualized uh, plans for them, the IEP, to ensure that they reach their highest level of potential in their education. Also, in addition to the IEP and the free and appropriate public education, there was also a part of the Act that had services for children with disabilities from birth to age 3, as well as another part um, administering support programs on a federal level. Other things discussed in the Act were the least restrictive environment. So that was discussing how children with disabilities would, as much as possible, be put with the labeled non disabled students as much as possible. Um, Hence the least restricted environment, as well as um, appropriate evaluation. So, for example, discipline may not be targeted in the same way towards, for instance, a child with autism who may run out of a classroom. That may be a different behavior and a whole different system of how to cater to that child. So the Act ensured that awareness and knowledge and tools to address that. Um, it also involved a parent and teacher participation together to work with the IEP. So the parent had more of a voice. There was also confidentiality on what happened with the student, and the things discussed were respected within the family and the school. So today the Act remains since 1975, and then it was renamed in 1990 to the Individual with Disabilities Act. It's remained largely unchanged. However, there's been a few tweaks. For example, in 2011 is when they added the services from infants to 2 years of age for children with disabilities. Um, One upcoming kind of issue happening that was also in the 2011 update was about native languages of the child with a disability. And this brings up kind of a little bit of, not a weakness per se, but maybe a need for addressing it, and which I think it has been already, is all the diversity of the population of students now and the population of students with disabilities and all its different languages, and do we have the teachers for that child if it's individually specialized. So that could be a weakness of the Act, perhaps push that further somehow. And the strengths of the Act are obviously the ability to make sure all these children have their high expectations of education met and their potential fulfilled.